joining us here. We are going to talk about this review of the new Woody's Roundup Rodeo BBQ restaurant. It's located in Toy Story Land at Disney's Hollywood Studios. I was down on a trip and didn't really plan on eating at this place, but a reservation popped up on a rainy day. That often happens on rainy days as people are deciding maybe not to come to the park because it's rainy. They drop a reservation. And so that's what happened for me. And I picked it up and got to try this new restaurant. So I'm going to kind of work through the menu here and kind of give you my thoughts on things. And I'll probably throw some video up on the screen of Woody's food as we go. But to start with, Woody's was a really, really great. The theme is really, really great. When you walk in, it's themed as Andy's backyard with some larger toys and those type of things. And just a really fun atmosphere throughout the meal. Announcements would come on and the lights would change and they would say different things are happening, whether it's everyone acted like the dinosaur animal or everybody freeze because Andy was coming, or whatever that may be. And so really just a cool atmosphere. I think the staff does a great job of being in character for that. And so that's one thing that I really, really loved about Roundup Rodeo. But let's talk about the food. Roundup Rodeo is an all-you-can-eat family-style restaurant. So if you need more of the protein, of the meat, you can certainly do that. Now, it's a little different than some family style because there are a lot of different sides. I think maybe 8 or 9 different sides on the menu, and I'll tell you the ones that I tried. But you pick 4 of them as a table. So you get to pick 4. You don't get them all. I don't really know why Disney's done this. Maybe to cut down on food waste and those kind of things. If you want to try another one, I don't know if they'll let you. I don't know if it depends how big your group is. It was just me, so I picked my 4, and we moved on. And then everybody gets to pick one dessert. The dessert is not all you can eat. So we'll talk about that as we get there. But let's go to the menu, and I'll kind of tell you what I had and what I thought of those things. So they start you off with appetizers, and I will say maybe the one knock on this meal is that they really, really keep it pretty fast-paced. I hadn't been at my table for more than 5 minutes before my table was full of appetizers. And probably not, definitely within 15 minutes, probably closer to 10 minutes than 15 minutes, I had my meal, my entrees and my sides. But let's talk about the appetizers, which did come quickly. They delivered them with the drinks, and I noticed they were doing that to tables around me as well. That you do get cheddar biscuits with sweet pepper jelly. The biscuits were good. They weren't phenomenal, but they were very good. The sweet pepper jelly was actually pretty good. I didn't get a ton of pepper flavor. I do kind of like a pepper jelly and those kind of things. I've had it before and enjoyed it. I didn't know that there wasn't quite as much spice from the pepper as I thought there could have been, but I know they're trying to appeal to everybody. But it's a nice starter. You get three salads. There's what's called the Rootin' Tootin' tomato salad, cucumbers, pickled red onions, balsamic vinaigrette, dressing over top. I did not try this. It looked nice and fresh. I'm just not I don't like tomatoes and cucumbers, and so it just wouldn't have been to my taste. But it looked nice and fresh, and those kind of things. The other salad is the Rex's romaine and kale salad, which has apples, dried cranberries, pumpkin seeds, and a green goddess dressing. It was okay. I would have liked a little more of the dressing. I didn't ask for any more just because there was so much food coming and everything was coming pretty quickly. I was moving on from salads before I even knew that before I even tried all 3 salads or all 3 appetizer options. But it was fine. The lettuce was fresh. I wish I had a little more dressing and those kind of things. The pumpkin seeds and the cranberries and the apples on it were actually pretty good and added some to the salad. So And the green goddess dressing was good because I got it later as a dip for one of my sides that I ordered. But I wish I'd had a little more for the salad. And then the last one is Wheezy's watermelon salad, which is watermelon with some, it says fresh torn mint. I didn't really see any of the mint. I only tried a few pieces of the watermelon, but it was fine for just watermelon. So you then get a platter of smoked meats, and I'll put some video up of the platter, but it is Evil Doctor smoked ribs, Buttercup's beef brisket, there's a sausage in my boot fire grilled pork sausage, and barbecue chicken with style. So 4 different meat options. I will say the chicken was good. Nice smoked chicken. Had good flavor. Again, it's kind of hard to mess up chicken, and so I would expect that to be good. The sausage, the pork sausage, I wasn't a huge fan of. Just as I live in a place with pretty good barbecue in our part of the country. Oklahoma, Texas area usually has pretty good barbecue, along with some other places in the country. And so if you're from a place like that has a good barbecue, don't get too up that you're gonna love this. The pork was kind of my first the first thing about that. It was a very thin, almost breakfast pork sausage. Not a ton of flavor. Probably my least favorite of the 4 meats was the sausage. The beef brisket. Again, I'm from a place that has good barbecue. I've been to Texas or in the Hill Country and had, of course, Texas is known for their briskets, and this was not really what I would call sliced brisket at a barbecue restaurant. It was much more thinly sliced, and you didn't really have a smoke ring on it. It was good. Don't get me wrong. I enjoyed it as a meat option. It wasn't smoked brisket from a barbecue restaurant with a nice crust on the outside with a lot of seasoning and flavor. It was good. Not beef brisket that I would order, at a barbecue restaurant where I live that has some good barbecue places. But again, it's good. I enjoyed it. I put the spicy barbecue sauce on it, which I like. They have 3 types of barbecue to try, and it was good. I mean, don't get me wrong in saying it was bad. It's just if you're a barbecue connoisseur and you have good barbecue where you live, it may not be like that. The ribs was probably my favorite of the 4 meats. Were the ribs. They're not baby back ribs. They're pork spare ribs. Again, if you're from a barbecue place, they're not going to be just phenomenal. But I thought of the 4 meats, they most closely resembled barbecue. They don't have it in the description, but my waiter told me it's kind of it even has Coca-Cola in the rub that goes on the ribs, and so it gave it a little bit of a unique flavor. But I kind of liked it that it was a unique flavor and not just typical. So I liked that about the ribs. They had a little sweetness to them, and so I thought the ribs were the most close thing to what I would get at a real barbecue restaurant where I'm from, and so I enjoyed that. I enjoyed the ribs. That's the only thing I had to order more of. So the sides they have the ones I didn't get. They have the married spuds, which are loaded potato barrels, tater tots. I figured I kind of knew what those were. They have the claw veggie slaw, which is a coleslaw. I didn't get that one. They have campfire roasted vegetables, and they have buck and baked beans. I didn't try any of those. I've heard good things about the baked beans. Hadn't really heard a lot about the others. My waiter, so I knew I wanted the cowpoke corn on the cob, which is grilled street corn with some cheese on the outside. It was delicious. I really loved the corn on the cob. Would do it again. I also knew I wanted the force field fried pickles. I had heard good things about that, and they were correct. They were really good, very fresh. That's my waiter brought me the Green Goddess dressing to dip them in. He said it's great to dip it in, so I appreciated that. And I knew I'd wanted those two. I didn't really know my other two sides, and so my waiter suggested the mac and cheese, Slinky Dog's mac and cheese. I got it just because he recommended it, and it was kind of like I wasn't expecting a whole lot because it's a restaurant kind of designed for kids in a way. And I figured the mac and cheese would be kind of like just craft mac and cheese. Kids usually like that. And it actually looked like that. And you saw I put the clip on there. It actually looked kind of like that. But it was actually pretty good. It actually had a nice flavor. Once you got into it, my waiter also suggested putting some of the spicy barbecue sauce on it, which I did. And that was a good call. I really liked it with that spicy barbecue sauce on there. So surprised by the mac and cheese, and it was good. And then the last one I got, again, I didn't know what to get. My waiter recommended. He said the potato salad is actually pretty good. Not a lot of people get it, but it's the home-style red skin potato salad. And it was delicious. It had a really good flavor, very creamy. But some nice chunks of potatoes in there, and I really enjoyed the potato salad. So I don't think you can go wrong with any of the four sides that I got. So dessert is the one thing at this place that's kind of strange and very different from other family-style places at Disney. You only get to pick one per person. You have the choice. You can choose a lemon and blueberry cheesecake. And these are served in little mason jars, and you'll see my video of mine. I got the chocolate silk pie. Again, I kind of asked my waiter what he recommended. He said he liked that one the best. There's also an apple pie. There's a peach strawberry pie, or they do have a kid's cupcake, a forky cupcake. But I got the chocolate silk pie, and it was good. Nothing special, I mean, there's a Num Num cookie right down the street from here. I'd almost just go get one of those. I wish they served those. Wouldn't really fit the theme. But no, the jarred dessert was good. It wasn't really all that big, really small compared to what you would get at most places. So just keep that in mind. Again, it was good. The dessert was average. I think really the stars of the meal, the sides were all really good. The ribs for me I enjoyed. The biscuits with the pepper jelly were good. Drinks are included with this. This meal cost me $45 plus tax and gratuity. So, it's a Disney all you care to enjoy family style meal. It's going to cost you that. There's no characters, although there is a lot of theme you're going to get not at some restaurants. But if you've got kids, they're going to love this place. They get to ride a toy horse to their seat. I would recommend it. I think it's a fun place. I think Hollywood Studios needed a place like this. I think Toy Story Land, it fits perfectly. And so I would definitely do it if you're considering it. Yeah, it's going to cost a little bit, but what Disney Sit Down doesn't at this point, certainly family style, it's about the experience. You're certainly going to get plenty of food, and I think that's sometimes after long days of walking, that's great. And I also think it's a restaurant, if you're wanting to eat maybe a little healthier, you can. You've got all the protein options, but then they've got several salads, vegetable coleslaw, those kind of options on the menu. So a lot of things that you can do if you're trying to be a little healthier, which obviously I wasn't with my selections. But anyway, Roundup Rodeo was really a fun place. I would recommend it. Definitely get reservations early because they go quickly. But that will do it for my review of Woody's Roundup Rodeo BBQ. If you want to plan a trip to Walt Disney World, make sure you see our team of dream designers from our sponsor, Big Dreams Travel. www.bigdreamstravelusa.com. They'll help you from start to finish for plan your Disney trip or any vacation destination, and it doesn't cost you anything. You get a professional working with you for no cost. So visit them again, bigdreamstravelusa.com. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. Hit the notification bell. We'll see you next time.